1,000 gil I don't care for. I'm very tempted by that steak though. I mean, that one is slightly more helpful. The critical hit, obviously, and the determination is what I want, but I don't want the... Yeah, let's take the steak. He's forgotten who. Alice is pondering how best to make use of your retrieval from the tedium of negotiations. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words. And it's not as if we'd be missed here. Or will we? Alex, a moment if you would. Yugiri and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Alexander? Business? No pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed Slayer of Gods and Champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such a heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the man who would do battle with our common enemy. And lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank him for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue, as we speak, Lord Hyan deliberates over my proposal. And I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Agiri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Would you join us? Sure, why not? It'll be my pleasure. In that case, I will join you as well. There is naught else to do until Lord Hyan has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn about the current state of Doma. It's settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yangshan. Might we start at the town of Monzen? I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. Da 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 da. Alright, what's the quickest way? You're not allowed to actually look. Map. Let's cheat. From the looks of it, the ferry's the quickest way. Be gone with you, chat log. Can't use mounts yet. So I wonder if there is more meaning to this area in the future, or if it is literally just for show, to show that the place is improving again. Aha! Up next to the dungeon entrance, apparently. Ba ba ba. I may have made a mistake in where I thought I was going. Let's try this one more time. Ba Oh, right, the gates over here are the one that I was thinking of. Well, it still looks wrecked to me. I should imagine this place should be where it was being reclaimed next. After they're done, like, actually doing Doma up itself. Would that something could be done about these mechanical soldiers. And the terrifying face monsters. I'll admit I was hoping for a more leisurely trip around Yangshai. But if there's a choice between this or listening to my brother ramble on, well, here I am. I kind of agree. Nay, can this truly be Monzen, home of the cream of Doma samurai? I had heard that Yotsuyu intended to send some few of our automatons here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up in protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. It would have a better view of what remains of the castle. We must proceed through the ruins. Ding. I hate those hopping head things. They terrify me. Lord Hein would often come here to gaze at the castle. He was but one of many to take inspiration from its majesty. I don't believe for a moment that he could come to see the sights of Yangshai. The question is that he came to, what did he come for? It is a travesty, a travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis. The needs of the people must of course come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to me seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Demai is but a short journey from here, if I am not mistaken. By river, yes, if you would follow me, I will ready our boat. Ba 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 ba. Da, da, da. This excursion has proved to be more relaxing than I expected. It has been some time since I last visited Namai. Yet Issei often visits the Enclave with young Azami, so we do not want for news from the village. Ready to cast off? His forgotten duty home!
I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble. Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Kill them all! I'll not let you harm these innocents.
Away with you!
It is nothing.
I grow tired of these games. Where are our reinforcements?
Leave
All
this to
this
me.
for 2 children? What do they even want with them?
No call.
They mean to overwhelm us. See to their reinforcements quickly. Now, aim for the younglings.
An opening.
Stand in front of them. We'll bear the brunt of it.
I have you!
The art of my forebears.
If they would call for reinforcements, then so shall we. Quickly, protect the children!
Taste my steel!
Hold your ground. I will try to draw away the reinforcements. Duty complete.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
I wouldn't say so.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
Not about that. True reform can only come from within. The Empire will never change. Yeah, I suppose technically it can only come from within. But in that same sense, the change can only come from, well, I suppose, a change in leadership, really. But we'll say the nicer thing.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
Where we killed the leader and replaced him. But rather backing up what I just said. But oh well. The Red Kojin's presence here does not bode well. We must inform Lord Hyan. It's Hien. Quite the swordsman, isn't he? I wonder, did the Empire train him to kill before or after appointing him ambassador? Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceful circumstances. No, that's peaceable. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action. And few Imperial soldiers could say that. At least few who lived to tell the tale. A guilty conscience. Asahi has had his fill of adventure for one day. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord? But what of Namai? You seem so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in Imperial uniform, with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I've seen a great deal more than I otherwise would, and with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. very fanciful words used, but it seems what's the right way of saying this? He seems, well, I suppose in one way of saying it would be too good to be true. All the talks of peace and how convenient the Red Kojin just happened to randomly be there, even though the Kojin don't really need money or anything like that. They're things about treasure. Though then again, I suppose, being devil's advocate, there's some merit for the fact that they were paid before and now they're not being. Hello? Are we just meant to be getting the ferry? I guess so. I expected when it said speak with Yugiri and pointed me there that I would have been speaking with Yugiri. It really should have said board the boat. And now said speak with Yugiri. Ah, I just realised I could have actually used the teleporter for the first time. I understand you served as the ambassador's escort. My thanks. I trust you will inform Lord Hien of our encounter with the Red Kojin. If we are to deter them from encroaching on Yangshai, our response must be swift and decisive, and mustn't be just murder, which is what our response was. Did you see the sincerity in his eyes when he spoke with Azami? I feel strange saying this, but what if he truly has come to sue for peace? Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may well have overwhelmed us. Pray go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I'll remain without and keep watch over our guest. Well, we'd best not keep him waiting. Ya-ta-ta, ya-ta-da-da-da. Judging by the sparkle in Elfino's eyes, their discussion was riveting. How sorry I am to have missed it. Yes, oh, terribly. Master Alfredo has shared with us his knowledge of the icons, and reminded us the threat they pose in so doing. It is strangely comforting to know the Empire shares our concern. Feeling refreshed, I trust? We have considered the ramifications of his proposal from every angle, and I believe Lord Hien has reached a decision.